Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back for a little more R&R. This morning's topic's going to be watering cans. If you're like me, this time of year we got stuff spread out all over the place. We're transplanting things here and there, moving plants around. We got seedlings in various stages of, hardening off and moving those around. And, you got to do a lot of watering. So we use a lot of different types of watering cans. Just trying to talk about the different ones that I prefer, what I look for in a watering can. If you're going out there and you're going to buy one, you want it to last, you want it to be easy to use, that sort of thing. Most all your watering cans, like you see here, they're all going to be usually 8 quarts, 2 gallons. That's about your standard size. What I like to look for is something like you can see with these, is a removable rosette. So the rosette or diffuser, whatever you want to call it, this piece here is removable. And I like for it to be a pretty fine spray. So when you are watering with it, especially if you're doing seedlings and stuff, it doesn't wash the plants out, doesn't damage the roots. If you got some fresh soil that you've dug up and tilled up, whatever the case may be. And again, I like this removable aspect, because inevitably, you're going to have this thing sitting around outside. It's going to get some debris in there, and then that debris gets in these little holes, and then you're trying to fish it out. So say if you have something like this one here, it's a perfectly good watering can. I like the handle design. It's easy to use, but you can't remove this. And this thing is always seems to be getting, somehow or another, it seems to be getting, dirt and debris in it. When I go to water, half these holes are clogged up, and it just kind of, it's not that efficient. It doesn't work that well. So I don't really recommend these. If you find one, for real cheap at a yard sale or something, yeah, go ahead and pick it up. You can't have too many of them, in my opinion. But again, I don't like this particular design, not being able to remove that rosette. That's why I really like these. These two types here are probably going to be my favorites, and the reason for it is, I like this aspect, the way that this rosette is angled, if you can kind of see that. So when you pour it, this is more parallel to your arm, and it works really well. Again, it has this nice handle on it. Sometimes I'm carrying these things, because I got plants all over the property that we're watering. So sometimes I'm carrying these cans a pretty good distance. But a lot of times I only need 1 or 2 cans, so it's not worth it to me to hook up a big long hose to try to, move them around. But again, I like the removable rosette on there. I like having this handle that swoops back all the way around, so you can carry it, still carry it easily. You can pour it easily. If you need to use 2 hands, you can. If you look here, this particular one here, I like this can. I'm not too crazy about the design. You can kind of see on this one here is the same way. You really have to angle it all the way forward. And what happens is sometimes if you have this can full and you have to angle it all the way forward for the water to come out, you'll end up water coming out of the top too. So I'm not, not too crazy about this, but this is a good can. And, these are repairable. I know they're cheap plastic. I usually pick these up at, estate sales, yard sales, flea markets, that sort of stuff. And I can usually get them for, $1 or $2. And I can use them for several seasons, or even 1 season. It's still worth it to me. But they are repairable. The thing that I found to kind of fix them easiest is this gutter seal. It's pretty much just silicone, and again, it's just a gutter seal. There's several different brands on the market, and you get cracks a lot of times. If you've got these things you're throwing them around, they'll crack on these seams here, or sometimes around these corners get beat up. And you can seal them up. I've got several cans that I fixed and I'm still using, and they work fine. Again, it's just one of those deals where it's plastic. I don't know of a real kind of heavy duty one of these. I haven't seen too many available options there. They all seem to be about the same thickness. All these cans here are about all the same thickness, even though this can here, if you go to buy this one, you're going to pay, I think these right now are about $20 at the big box stores. Something like this is about $20. This is a little bit cheaper option. I think these are about $8 or $10, something like that. But again, these are all plastic. And you say, well, why don't you just use metal ones? And I've got several metal ones, and I'll pick these up when I find them, you know, if I get a good deal on one. But usually when I find them, this is how they are. You know, you can see the rosette's gone. This thing here is rusted on there solid. And so, you know, you can't really use it. I use these, you know, a lot of times when I'm filling up, say, the chicken water, or the small 5-gallon water or something like that, or a bucket. You know, this one here didn't have a rosette at all. And I haven't been able to find a good source for these rosettes on these older cans that use this little flange. You know, they got this little 2-tab design. You know, maybe somebody can put it in the comments if they know of somewhere where you can get these rosettes, because, you know, if you could get them, you know, it would be something I might be interested in. But again, I've got several of these bigger, you know, cans, and again, these are still 8 quarts. As you can kind of see, you know, this is a pretty old one. I still use it. It's a beat up, but it, you know, it still doesn't leak or anything like that. But, you know, again, that's just several options. You know, this time of year, even in the summertime, I'm still watering a lot of stuff. And, you know, again, try to look for something that's, you know, you can take this rosette off, you can wash it out, you can clean it, and that way it saves you a lot of hassle. But anyways, that's just a little information on some watering cans. I know this time of year, you know, at least we're doing a lot of watering because we're transplanting, you know, moving plants around different areas, and it's not worth it to try to drag a hose, you know, way to the other side of the property just to water a few plants when you can just grab, you know, a couple watering cans, fill them up, and you're on your way. Anyways, hopefully that helps, give you some ideas, things to look for in watering cans. And again, you know, I get most of mine at, you know, yard sales, flea market, stuff like that. You know, they're not that expensive. Like I said, most of the time I can pick them up for $1 or $2. And if you have to go buy this one in the store, like one like this particular one here is about $20 to $24 in our area at your big box stores. So you can save a lot of money by, you know, getting them secondhand, and they are repairable. But that's just what I like to use for watering cans. Anyways, hopefully, you know, gives you some ideas, gives you some information. Hope you guys have a good day. Thanks for watching.